Me and daddy business, like life. And they will punish you for that. They will fine you between 100,000 Leone to 1 million Leone, or you go 5 to 10 years in.
Some people for take 10. What's in the shame online now?
That's not true.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, we stand before you in gratitude, for by your grace we have gathered here today. We have come to review our journey, to celebrate the successes you have granted us, and to confront the challenges that remain. Today, we dedicate your protection over our endeavors and your light to illuminate our path. May every word spoken here be a reflection of your teachings of justice, mercy, and compassion. May every decision made be a step towards peace and safety for all. We ask that this day mark not just a meeting, but a turning point, the beginning of the end for this digital operation. We conclude our supplication with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you, Fatima. Today is a very important day, and as long as we are here to join forces to serve as campaigners and advocates. And so we carefully chose the chairperson of this occasion. He for she. I will now call on Mr. Alex Williams to come and introduce our chairperson that will steer the ship of today's event.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My task here is to introduce the chairman for today's joint activity between the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs and the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. Chainoba is the Minister of Information and Civic Education in Sierra Leone and is in charge of government communications and public engagement. He founded the Children's Parliament of Sierra Leone and led youth participation initiatives at the United Nations, the Voice of Children Project, and the Global Education First Initiative Youth Group. As a child, he testified before Sierra Leone's Truth and Reconciliation Commission on behalf of young people affected by the war. China has served on United Nations high-level panels on global education and youth, peace, and security. He has advised and led initiatives at organizations such as UNICEF, the World Bank, the Population Council, the Nike Foundation, and the European Union. As co-founder and former co-CEO of Purpose School, he helped secure funding to support feminist and girls' rights programs in multiple countries. His work has been featured in the New York Times, The Guardian, The Lancet, BBC, and Al Jazeera, among others. He has spoken at the UN General Assembly, the White House, and various universities across the world, making him one of the best fit for chairing today's engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome the chairman for today's meeting.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir, for that very kind and generous introduction. the country's Chief Minister, Africa's youngest Chief Minister, Sierra Leone's youngest Chief Minister, our Chief Innovation Officer, and male ally, Dr. David Moinina Senge, Madam Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, the outstanding activist, Dr. Aissata Mahoy, my colleagues, ministers in government, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the Honorable Inspector General of Police, I'm particularly pleased to see you here, members of our distinguished armed and security forces, activists, friends, young people, I bring you all warm greetings, and I have the honor to welcome you all to today's auspicious occasion. I'm very pleased about today's event for multiple reasons, but for one, it combines two urgent national priorities: ending gender-based violence and protecting our digital spaces. Two issues that we know affect our community, affect every family, and are at the centerpiece of our development agenda. For those of you who also know me, you will know that these issues also combine my passion and my dedication. I am, yes, a proud feminist. I am first an activist before I'm a minister. I think my colleagues know that too well, sometimes uncomfortably. I say in cabinet, you have to accept that first, me a feminist and me an activist. That's where I start every conversation. Thank you. And then, as Minister of Information and Civic Education, I have the responsibility as well in seeking to create and promote safe, open, transparent society that is free for all, where we can all engage. So, we know that to build a safe, informed, open, and participatory society, women, girls must first be safe in that society. If women do not thrive, they don't feel safe in what we do, no matter the lofty ideas we have, we will fall short. So let me commend the organizers for putting this particular event together and for thinking of combining ending gender-based violence and our digital privacy and safety. And I want to thank you all for being with us here today. I want to take this opportunity to share with you that in my role as Minister of Information and Civic Education, we have been seeking to make additional advances in protecting our digital safety and security in Sierra Leone. We have now completed national consultations on our new data protection regulation, thanks to Irish Aid and UNDP for your outstanding support in that process. We have shared the draft policy and bill that we have with multiple experts, legislation that moves the Rights to Access Information Commission from just a commission to an authority that will now demand and enforce proactive disclosure of information across governments and make sure that those who fail to abide will be met with severe sanctions as well. So we're strengthening, we're building. They say if you're doing well, you must build on that work and you must take it even further. We all know, friends, that cybersecurity is human security. And as feminists, I say, when people ask me why I care about this issue, I say, the most thing I can tell you is that women are, after all, human beings. And they must enjoy, be treated in exactly the same way you think and imagine about a full human being, the full rights and protections of that. And it seems like a simple sentence, but it's also a radical sentence. Because the foundation of all discrimination is the idea that you are somehow just tiny, teeny bit less, just not sufficiently human. And that's what people now find permission to express online. Because online provides spaces where people can just continue to do bad. But I should also take this opportunity to make clear in this opening statement that I'm aware of concerns about the cybersecurity bill being used sometimes to undermine free speech. We are aware of that. And together in government, with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, with my colleagues who are here, the Honorable Inspector General of Police, we're doing everything we can to put in place the reforms, both in the laws and in their implementation, to ensure that while we continue to seek to protect our digital spaces and digital privacy, we are not impeding the full right of people to express themselves. Friends, as we take on this event, I thank you again for coming. I thank all of you who are doing the real hard work across Sierra Leone, in your communities, in your spaces, who are speaking up, who are standing up, who are holding us accountable, who are demanding better, who are demanding more. Because you are the reason that we're making the progress that we're making, and you will continue to help us to do that as we go forward. Thank you very much again. It is now my privilege to invite our distinguished hosts to deliver the welcome address. My sister, my colleague activist in government, I think we share so much in common. We look at each other, we plan and plot all the time. She's standing minister, she's doing a terrific job. Please welcome her, the Honorable Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Mahol.
Chairperson, Revered Minister of Information and Civic Education, our Honorable Chief Minister, the youngest across the globe, colleague ministers of government, members of parliament here present, excellencies, our Inspector General of Police, National Cybersecurity Coordinator, women and girls of women, let me share some of the significant strides we have made as a country, and I will mention some of the opportunities and challenges as well. First, we have strengthened our normative frameworks through landmark legislations. The Domestic Violence Act of 2007, the Devolution of Estates Act 2007, the Gender Equality Act, the Gender Equality and Empowerment Act of 2022, which mandates 30% representation of women in leadership, mainstreaming in gender sectoral policies and legislations, and improving financial inclusion for women. The Anti-Human Trafficking Migrant Smuggling Act 2022, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2024, the Sexual Offences Act 2012 as amended in 2019, which enforces stricter penalties and survivor protections. This was preceded by the national emergency that was declared by His Excellency, the President, on sexual violence and rape. The Child Rights Act of 2025, which affirms that every child's right, safety, education, and opportunity should be a must. But laws alone are not enough. We must ensure they are felt in the lives of our people. That is why we have invested in operative mechanisms. We have established one-stop centers across the country, provided survivors with medical, psychosocial, and legal support. The First Lady's Answer for Our Girls campaign has contributed in the prevention of sexual and gender-based violence in several ways. The Sexual Offences Model Courts, which is now in Freetown, Kailambo, and Makeni to fast-track sexual offences. We have established the 116 hotline to facilitate reporting and access to services. We have reactivated the National LGBT Stakeholders Meeting anchored in the Office of the Gender Advisor, Office of the President. Resuscitation of the National Committee on Gender-Based Violence, which is the NACGBV. We have also looked at the district GBV steering committees, empowering local leaders to respond to and prevent violence. There is a successful piloting and planned expansion of GBV information management systems and the use of technology like referral pathway to improve service deliveries for survivors. The National Referral Protocol for Sexual Gender-Based Violence 2024 was launched by the Honorable Chief Minister. It's incorporated school-related gender-based violence, safe spaces and girls' club, nurturing resilience and awareness among our young people. There is also training for law enforcement agencies to ensure justice is survival-centered and swift. Let me also take this opportunity to inform this gathering that as a ministry, together with our partners, we are working closely to ensure that we have one center for accessing data on SGBV. And this is very critical because we don't want piecemeal information when it comes to getting data. So we're looking forward on how to get this and also how people can report violence online. Even if you are not educated by reading, you can also report by voice recording. This will ensure that in the next few weeks, we get this done for our people to be safe. The opportunities exist in addressing violence against women and girls. My ministry is providing technical leadership for the implementation of the EU-UN 15 million euro Spotlight Initiative. We have successfully piloted the GBB IMS Plus to improve the collection and ethical use of data on violence against women and girls. We are currently expanding the GBB IMS Plus nationally to ensure data harmonization and improve case management. The ministry is working to improve service delivery, including training frontline staff and implementing digital service e-referral pathway to help connect survivors with the services they need. Development and finalization of the World Bank sector-wide GVB SEASH action plan for the different project portfolios in the country to ensure we prevent and respond to gender-based violence in Sierra Leone. My ministry, in partnership with the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, is comprehensively undertaking research in a bid to review all gender-based related laws in the country. The terms of reference is published and qualified professionals can apply to undertake the research. We look forward to receiving your applications. The ministry is in the process of recruiting staff to roll out operational measures for the prevention and response to gender-based violence and other empowerment mechanisms. Our strategic partnership is top-notch. It is also an opportunity which we have. The ministry has an MOU with several partners, including UN agencies, child protection partners, to address violence against women and children. What are some of the challenges that we are facing as a country and government? Sierra Leone still lacks forensic laboratory to corroborate scientific evidence in court for the prosecution of sexual gender-based violence. This is a very big challenge. Compromise of sexual and gender-based violence matters at different levels, from the communities, the homes, the security sector, everywhere. We are confronted as a nation with a pushback from perpetrators of violence against women and children, amidst all the legislations in place. Limited safe homes across the country to ensure that survivors do not immediately return to abusive environments, facing the cycle of violence while the case management continues. Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, let me be clear, ending violence against women and girls is not just a women's issue. It is a compelling action to do, a moral duty, and the human rights obligations as well. So therefore, I call on every Sierra Leonean man, woman, young person, leader to join this movement. Speak out, stand up, support survivors, hold perpetrators accountable. Let us make our homes, schools, workplaces, and communities safe for all. I thank you all for your presence, your passion, and your partnership. Thank you.
I think one more time, please, for the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. You know, and not can be lost on me that not to say I've been there. You get in government a dedicated Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs will come on a national platform and speak clearly with passion and commitment on the issues that we, that the feminist activist community care deeply about. And you know that she's not making it up, not a political statement. He mean her. He care and he do the work with our support. Thank you very much for your dedication, Madam Minister. Thank you. Now, I will invite Mr. Victor Sise to come forward and provide an overview of the National Cybersecurity and Awareness Campaign. Mr. Sise, I'm going to announce now for you and other subsequent speakers that we're already past time, so I'm going to be a bit of an enforcer as well, to ensure that we stick to the time that's been allocated to you. So for this presentation, you should have 10 minutes, but I'm going to ask you to do it in 8, so we can save 2. Let's welcome Mr. Victor Sise, please.
Mr. Chairman, Minister of Information and Civic Education, the Chief Minister, and the Chief Innovation Officer of the Republic, Dr. Mwenina Senge, the Honorable Alpha Sise, Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Ministers of Government, Your Excellencies, the Diplomatic Corps, the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today I'm honored to speak about the journey Sierra Leone has taken in strengthening our national cybersecurity architecture and to introduce the National Cybersecurity Awareness Campaign, a key initiative that builds on the journey and speaks directly to the safety, empowerment, and resilience of all Sierra Leoneans. Our story began in 2016, when Sierra Leone, with the support of ITU and the University of Oxford, undertook the Cybersecurity Capacity Maturity Model Assessment. This assessment provided the first detailed review of our national cybersecurity readiness. It highlighted gaps, risks, and vulnerabilities, but most importantly, it offered 74 clear recommendations, one of which was the establishment of a single national entity to coordinate cybersecurity and cybercrime responses. In 2019, a follow-up national cybersecurity risk assessment supported by the UK Home Office reaffirmed the urgency to strengthen our cybersecurity and response capabilities. These 2 studies became the foundation for 3 landmark documents: the National Cybersecurity Policy, the National Cybersecurity Strategy, and the Cybersecurity and Crime Act of 2021. The Cybersecurity and Crime Act provided Sierra Leone with its first comprehensive legal instruments to combat cybercrime and protect our digital ecosystem. This legislation also formally establishes the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center, the NCC, as the sole entity responsible for coordinating cybersecurity and cybercrime-related matters in Sierra Leone. Today, the NCC serves as the backbone of our national cyber defense. Its mandate includes supporting computer systems and networks, guiding and implementing national cybersecurity policies and strategies, overseeing digital forensic laboratories, assisting the judiciary, the police, and other law enforcement agencies, developing standards and guidelines, and promoting Sierra Leone's participation in international cybersecurity cooperation. To strengthen strategy oversight, the Act also establishes the National Cybersecurity Advisory Council, chaired by the Honorable Vice President, whose inaugural meeting was held in August of 2022. Under the National Cybersecurity Strategy, the NCP is implementing 5 strategic goals. 1, to build strong institutional and regulatory framework. 2, to promote nationwide cybersecurity education and child online protection. The 3rd is protecting critical digital infrastructure. 4th is develop advanced cybersecurity capabilities aligned with national security priorities. And lastly, strengthen national, regional, and international cooperation. Since its establishment, the NCP has made significant progress. We have operationalized and launched the National Computer Security Incident Response Team and the Digital Forensic Lab. We have conducted extensive capacity building for judiciary officers, for law enforcement, and other security agencies. We have trained experts and non-experts across government and the private sector, participated in international cyber drills, and strengthened global cooperation. Sierra Leone's commitment to the fight against cybercrime is further demonstrated through the signing of the 1st and 2nd additional protocol to the Budapest Convention, and the ongoing development of the Data Protection Act in collaboration with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. These efforts are yielding measurable results. According to ITU Global Security Index, Sierra Leone's posture moved from 25.31% in 2020 to 54.46% in 2024, a remarkable 123% improvement. This upward trajectory reflects not only institutional progress, but national commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, as we deepen our technical and institutional capabilities, we must also strengthen public awareness and citizens' readiness. Cybersecurity is not only a matter of institutions. It is a shared responsibility. It is within this context that the NCP is proud to introduce the National Cybersecurity Awareness Campaign, a nationwide initiative designed to promote safe, responsible, and informed use of digital technologies. This campaign is built around 6 thematic areas. The first thematic area is Know the Law. This helps citizens to understand their rights, responsibilities, and the cybercrime legislation that protects them. The second theme is Cyber Hygiene, which promotes simple everyday practices such as strong password, recognizing phishing attempts, and protecting personal data. The third is Safe Internet for All, championing responsible social media use, combating misinformation, and ensuring safe online spaces for children. The fourth, which is one of the reasons why we are here today, is empowering girls and women. This is our first thematic area, focusing on combating online harassment, cyberstalking, sextortion, image-based abuse, and supporting women's digital participation. The fifth here is youth digital empowerment. As you all know, Sierra Leone has a very youthful population. So this thematic area is meant to equip the youth with the knowledge and skill set to become responsible, innovative, and secure digital citizens. Last but not the least is to build a resilient institutional resilience that is strengthening national and organizational capabilities to prevent, detect, and respond to cyber threats. This campaign is more than just information exercise. It is a national movement, a collective effort to create a safer, more inclusive, and more resilient digital Sierra Leone. It is designed to empower every citizen, every community, and every institution to thrive confidently in the digital age. As we launch this campaign, we reaffirm our commitment to protecting our digital space, safeguarding our people, especially women, girls, and young people, and build a secure foundation for national development. Together, let us unite to create a safe digital future for all. Clickwise, stay safe. I thank you all.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together one more time for the cybersecurity team for this important and timely campaign. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the part of the program that is typically the most difficult to manage, the statements by distinguished high-level personalities. And these statements have been allotted 3 minutes each. And I'm going to tell you now how I will be enforcing the 3 minutes marker. So after 2 minutes of your speech, I will stand up. 2 minutes, 30 minutes into your speech, I will walk really close to you. Once it's 3 minutes, I will get uncomfortably closer and closer to you. So this is the deal about how we're going to make this happen and in time. Without further ado, the first one will be from one of the co-hosts, the National Cybersecurity Coordinator, Madam Mariam Ayoma. Let's put our hands together for her, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, our esteemed Chief Minister, Dr. David Moina Senge, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on existing protocols. Today we gather for the launch of a pivotal initiative born from a strategic partnership between the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs and the National Cybersecurity Coordination Center. This collaboration addresses a pressing concern in our society: the protection and empowerment of women and girls in the digital realm. By uniting our efforts, we aim to convey a powerful message, unified message right across the country to enhance our impact during the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. While this initiative contributes to the global movement against gender-based violence, it also reflects NC3's broader commitment to public education across various cybersecurity themes over the coming 6 months. I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the World Bank for their unwavering support through the Sierra Leone Digital Transformation Project. Their contribution has greatly strengthened our digital infrastructure and advance our cybersecurity agenda. Initiatives like today is a testament to what can be achieved when global institutions and national government collaborate effectively. As we kick off the National Cybersecurity Awareness Campaign alongside the 16 days of activism, we must acknowledge a complex reality. The internet, though it is a source of unprecedented opportunity, it has evolved into a platform for crimes that can have devastating consequences, particularly for women and girls. To illustrate this urgency, allow me to share some troubling real-life stories from Sierra Leone, obviously without disclosing names. A few years ago, a senior government official stationed abroad faced a devastating situation due to poor judgment. He engaged in an inappropriate online encounter with a staff member through a WhatsApp video call. Tragically, the woman recorded the video and later used it to extort money from him. When attempts at extorting failed, the video was maliciously posted online. It caused irreparable reputational damage, both nationally and internationally for him. This led to his recall, deep embarrassment. Unfortunately, he became gravely sick, and that eventually claimed his life. He died within a year. Just last year, we had of school-aged children who were threatened with unauthorized release of explicit videos recorded without their consent. These are school-going children. Thanks to prompt action from law enforcement, this disaster was averted. But the trauma and fear that these young girls experience, it will obviously leave lasting scars. Even with trusted relationship, because most people will say, I trust this person, vulnerability still exists. I recall the KSFS video shared with her husband, were weaponized against her after their marriage ended. The intent was clear. It was to humiliate her. It was to control her. While we intervened to prevent the release of this material, the emotional and reputational damage inflicted was profound. The stories highlight the very real dangers in a digital environment. They are not hypothetical. These are real stories, and they are faced by individuals in our communities. As the National Cybersecurity Coordinator, I stand before you to reaffirm the government of Sierra Leone's resolute commitment. We shall not permit our digital spaces to become statuaries for abuse. The commitment is enshrined in the Cybersecurity and Crime Act of 2021, which equips us with essential legal tools to combat revenge pornography, online harassment, cyber stalking, deepfake dissemination, and other forms of digital gender violence. To ensure effective enforcement, NC3 has implemented specialized training for investigators, prosecutors, judges, and first responders. These programs emphasize the identification, collection, and preservation of digital evidence in cases of online abuse and gender-based violence, ensuring justice is served both in the digital and the physical realm. We have also developed national standard operating procedure for managing electronic evidence with a particular focus on child sexual abuse materials. As the institution responsible for cybersecurity in this country, our commitment remains unwavering. We will uphold the rights of women and girls to participate safely and freely in digital spaces. We will ensure the Cybersecurity and Crime Act, we will enforce, the Cybersecurity and Crime Act with a survivor-centered, trauma-informed approach. We will continue to build capacity across law enforcement, the judiciary, educators, and digital platforms to prevent and respond to online abuse. In closing, before Chair comes closer, I would like to employ everyone here today. If you witness online abuse, or if you experience it, do not remain silent. Please report it. Seek help. Speak up. You are not alone. Share our cybersecurity awareness materials. There are so many around. Support survivors with compassion. Be the person who listens, who encourages, who helps, never the one who judges. Your voice matters. Your action matters. Together, let us create digital spaces where everyone feels safe, respected, and empowered. Let us commit to being the change starting today, with you and with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Yoma. Let me just make clear that the reason I did not fully enforce is because she's a co-host of the event. But I'm hoping that the subsequent speakers will also endeavor to stick to the time. Thank you for your work and the commitment to this issue, Madam Yoma. Now, at the heart of this conversation is law enforcement. And our country's head of our police force is with us here today. And I want us all to welcome him with a round of applause as he comes to share a statement of commitment. Inspector General of Police, William Faya Selu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me start by seeking your permission for